Hello everybody, it's Sandy, your engineer, MBA, and investor. In today's video, I wanted to make a different type of video. I wanted to comment on this article that we're taking a look at. And I want to give my input as to how it's really important for us to communicate and to have these types of venues where we can publish information, because clearly legacy media fails to cover the whole story, right? I want to cover all of that in this video. Now, before we do that, before we jump into today's video, you guys know the drill. Subscribe, like this video, destroy that like button, smash the like button. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. And thank you so much for the subscription, guys. Thank you so much for the support. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. So let's get to the video. So this article here, I was going through the news feed today earlier, and I saw this title, right? New advances in CRISPR genome editing could lead to an HIV cure. So first of all, this title is a little bit misleading, and I'll get to it in just a second. But this was published literally a week ago, and it is by this author here. And the subtitle here is that researchers are seeking to engineer new treatments that could become permanent cures. Okay. So what is going on in this article, right? So this article, basically what it's doing is that it's going over HIV, high level, what it is, and then talking about how there's really no alternative cures right now. And they're talking about potential treatment that could become potential cures, right? So they're referencing this article that was published just recently on Nature. You guys already know my opinion on Nature, but that's another topic for another day. And they're going over this, the abstract, I guess, of the paper. And it looks like, the exciting, and I'm quoting here, the exciting part is that over half, 46 of these genes, have never been looked at in the context of HIV infection. So they represent a new potential therapeutics avenues to look at, right? That is really a great proof of concept, right? The study were robust and well thought out. So at first, when you read this article, you're like, wow, this is interesting, right? But here's the kicker, right? Here's the problem. We already have a clinical trial going on in the CRISPR landscape, and that company is from Excision Biosciences, right? And I covered this just literally back in January, right? Excision Biosciences, as a reminder, they filed for IND back in September 2021. It was one of my most popular videos. And then this year, I published this video in late January of this year again, because they actually went on to start the clinical trial. And I actually went on to describe the specific clinical trial that they're running is most likely hitting the CCR5 genome editing. Now, Excision Biosciences is not a public company, so they don't have to disclose every single thing. But by reading their PRs, their research papers, their reference, and so on, you can probably take a wild guess that they're going to tackle this gene, CCR5, to tackle HIV, right? And again, they already started clinical trial, right? This is a company already in phase 1, right? As we speak, they're dosing patients, right? And I find this article to be completely weird, right? There is no mention of Excision Biosciences. There is no mention of Moderna, which is not a CRISPR. They're not using CRISPR technology, but they're still using the infamous mRNA technology. There's no discussion about Moderna. So clearly here, this article to me is misleading because it's referencing a paper, an abstract of a legitimate paper published in Nature just recently, but it's completely omitting the fact that we already have a clinical trial by a company called Excision Biosciences. We already have another clinical trial that has filed for IND by Moderna, which is not in the CRISPR landscape, but is still in the genomics/biotech/science landscape, right? So clearly, this is completely confusing to me, right? I mean, I understand the only link between this article and perhaps Excision Biosciences, what they're doing, is the fact that they're using CRISPR, and also the fact that it's HIV, and they're talking about a potential cure. The problem here is this article makes no reference to Excision Biosciences, makes no reference of what's going on in the landscape. It's hard for new people to even know about what's going on in this space when every single article is never really articles are not positioning themselves to really describe what's going on in the landscape, right? So, and again, this author, I don't even know the author, right? And the author could have literally just go on YouTube and just say HIV cure CRISPR. and they would have found either my video in September or the video in January or other videos. I'm sure there's other YouTubers that are doing some sort of video about Excision Biosciences, CRISPR, HIV. I'm sure there's something. I mean, HIV is, I would argue, one of the most popular, if not the most popular virus in North America, right? Especially since the 90s. So I'm just totally puzzled. Let me know in the comments below if you guys think I'm crazy. I would love to see this author sort of explain as to why they never mention once about this ongoing clinical trial that we have to actually tackle CRISPR, HIV with CRISPR, right? So clearly weird, no idea what's going on. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you found value, subscribe if you're not, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful, beautiful Monday and a beautiful week. Thank you.